Good morning and welcome to Sunday Morning Movement. I'm Imran and thank you so much for joining me on this weekly practice where we come together. For those of you that are suffering from the acute phases of bipolar disorder or know someone in your life that is suffering, this is a resource where we move our bodies for the purpose of stilling our mind. Bipolar disorder is often characterized by racing thoughts, and those racing thoughts can snowball into many physiological symptoms like lack of sleep, not being able to think clearly, brain fog, and the one that we're going to focus on today is migraine headaches. So a migraine headache is defined in various ways in the medical world. In my own experience, it is a headache that lasts for a long time, for several hours, multiple days. There's sensitivity to light, sensitivity to sound, and sometimes it can even affect one's vision. So earlier this week, I was starting to feel the beginnings of a migraine headache. And so I asked myself the following, and I advise you to write this down and ask yourself the following as well if you feel that you're developing a headache or a migraine. The first is, have I drank enough water in my day? So if you have not drank enough water, my recommendation is to make it a point to drink minimum 100 ounces of water every day, and to try to drink up to 116, 120, 124 ounces. That's pretty much a gallon. But of the various sources that I've pulled online and from my own experience, that having about 100 ounces of water daily does a lot for numerous chronic health issues, one of them being migraine headaches. The second is with regard to stress. Have I had a stressful day? Have I been clenching my jaw, holding my breath, furling my eyebrow? This can lead to tension in the back of our neck, and really most headaches are tension headaches. And so today we're going to work on relieving the tension in the back of our neck. And because once there's tension in the back of the neck for too long, that's also what triggers headaches. Third is, have I drank too much caffeine today? Because with caffeine withdrawal comes headaches. So if you've drank too much caffeine, which I really do not recommend for people struggling with bipolar disorder because it really messes with sleep, is to drink a lot of water to dilute the effects. And lastly is, if I'm developing a headache and it's migraine related, you feel like it's going to turn into a migraine, is to stay away from the computer screens, from the phone screens, from sunlight, and to just spend time in the dark. I invest in like an eye mask when I sleep, or you can just put a shirt on top and lie down and just allow for your eyes to get some rest from sun and as well from sound, to go into a quiet, dark room, and this really helps. And then finally, an advice that my psychiatrist gave me before going to bed and one has a headache is to take a lukewarm or cold shower. The lukewarm and cold shower helps reduce our body temperature and puts us in an ideal state for going to rest. I remember when I would be having migraine headaches, and my migraine headache lasted, when it was really bad, really for pretty much a year I had a migraine headache, and I would put my head on the pillow, and the pounding of my head would just make it difficult to fall asleep. So one thing I did was to invest in a pillow that is good for headaches, that kind of absorbs the pounding of the head, and then also to start taking lukewarm to cold showers to help reduce my body temperature, which would help me come into a state of um, you know better sleep. So what I'd like to do first is, before we start to move our body, we've got to fire up the body. We've got to generate some heat. And I love to begin with breath work, and then I love to begin with some core exercises to create a fire in the belly, and that will help open up our muscles that have become tight, that may be causing us neck pain, shoulder pain, and possibly migraine headaches. So go ahead and come into a comfortable seated position. Sit kind of comfortably with your an easy position, or if you're seating in a chair, you can sit in a chair, just kind of straighten your back. And so we're going to inhale, straighten our back by raising our hands up and bringing our hands down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale up. And this time we're going to make cactus arms. Send your elbows as far back as possible, opening up the chest. And there we go. So we've broadened the chest, straightened the spine, and relieve all tension in the neck. Imagine your head is afloat on water, just weightless, no tension. And what we're going to do now is a series of Wim Hof breathing. Wim Hof breathing is fantastic. Earlier this week when I was feeling a migraine, like a headache coming on, I did 3 rounds of Wim Hof breathing. And afterwards I drank some water, ate some food, and I felt fantastic. So Wim Hof breathing is 30 inhales and 30 exhales, and then we will hold our breath at the final exhale. So in about 5 seconds, we'll go ahead and begin. So go ahead and get comfortable. Begin with just some nice long breaths. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Inflate the belly when inhaling, and deflate the belly when exhaling. Inhale with the nose and exhale with the nose. And let's begin our Wim Hof breathing. If you need a visual cue of when to inhale and when to exhale, I'm going to make this movement when inhaling and this movement when exhaling. So round 1, let's begin. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just go with the flow. Make it circular. No need to hold the breath in between rounds. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale with relaxation, exhale with stress. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inflate the belly, deflate the belly. Inhale and exhale. We're halfway there. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 5 more. Last one in, fully in. And exhale, breath hold for 30 seconds. Don't take another inhale and just hold the breath. Feel, become aware of your body. Notice your heartbeat. Slow it down. If your hands and feet are tingling or your body temperature is rising, that's okay. Ten more seconds. All right, inhale in 3, 2, 1. Fully in. And breath hold for 15 seconds. Relax the body. And exhale. So typically we do this 3 to 5 times. So if you want to pause the video, go ahead and do so and do this 3 more times. If you need further guidance, you can rewind and watch my video, or you can Google on YouTube Wim Hof breathing technique. There you'll find 10-minute videos of Wim Hof himself leading you through a guided breathing exercise. So let's go ahead now and fire up the belly by doing some squats. So come into standing position, into mountain pose. Widen the feet about 30 degrees. Splay them out. Make them a little bit broader than your feet. Your waist. And we'll begin with a squat. The way we squat is sending our hips backwards and keeping our back straight. And you can hold your hand like this when coming down. So let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. Are you feeling the heat? I sure am. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. From here, we're going to come all the way down into squat position and just hang out. Open up our hips while we catch our breath. Take a deep inhale with the nose and exhale. Take the awareness to this newly generated heat in your body. And now we're going to try to bring this heat that's in our legs and our hips and mentally bring it up through our spine, to our shoulders and to our neck. And from here, I'm going to drop the weight of my head. And just hang out. I've mentioned that this being, I'm recording this video in the December time, and that how winter is a time for rest, recovery, relaxation for many, many vocations such as farming. And a lot of my practices this time of year have been yin focused, which is the opposite of yang, less intensive, less muscle related, and more letting gravity do the work of opening up our body. So go ahead and plop down, give our hips a bit of a rest by extending our feet forward. And I'm going to move to the side. From here, I'm going to inhale up and exhale forward fold. I'm going to hang out here for a good minute. And just let go of the weight of your body. And bring your hands onto the ground, the palms facing upward. Let go of the weight of your head. Letting go of the weight of the head creates space in this area that's gotten crunched up, maybe causing us migraine pain. And we're going to work on opening it up today, while also opening up our lower back, opening up our hamstrings, our calf muscles, and we're just going to hang out. Let gravity do the work. And when you notice openings, sink deeper into the stretch. Back up slowly. We'll bring our feet in, come into easy pose. Then I'm going to take my left foot, put it on top of my right thigh, come into half lotus pose. From here, my left foot is on top. So I'm going to open up my hands like a T, and I'm going to cross, making sure that my right hand is on top. And I'm going to give myself a nice big hug and kind of just twist side to side. And from here, I'm going to kiss my elbows, and with my left hand, my left fingers, I'm going to grab hold of my right palm. Wiggle your left fingers and grab hold of the right palm. And from here, you'll notice that your shoulder blades are opening up in your back. And from here, we're going to straighten the back Take a deep inhale and forward fold. And again, I'm just going to let go of the weight of my neck and let gravity do the work of opening up my spine, opening up my neck. And just breathe. Come back up slowly. Slowly let go of the cross of our arms. Now I'm going to switch my feet. I'm going to take my right foot, place it on my left thigh, be in half moon, half lotus. And now that my right foot is on top, when I crisscross, the left hand is going to go over the right hand. And so again, this time I'll give myself a nice big hug with the left hand going on top. There you go. I've got some live attendees today. Kind of see how much motion you can get with that spine. And from here, kiss my elbows, and this time with my right hand, wiggle the fingers of your right hand, and they are going to grab the inside of the left palm. We'll straighten our back, inhale, and forward fold. And again, just let gravity do the work. Let go of the weight of the head. Come back up slowly. Unwind. Feels good. So the tension on the neck, these muscles, they're tied to the shoulder straps, they're tied to the mid-back, which are tied to the lower back. So I'm first kind of opening up the back before really focusing on the neck. So let's do one that opens up the shoulders, but will also start to work the neck. So right now I have my right foot in front of me. I'm going to take my right hand. I'm going to place it on my left my left knee. And now I'm going to drop my right shoulder onto my right knee. My right shoulder, the other way, go the other way, onto my right knee. Good. Now from here, I'm going to raise my left hand up, and I'm going to look up. Take a deep inhale, and look down. Look up. Look down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And from here, I'm going to just come back up slowly. Now I'm going to make my left foot in front of me. I'm going to take my left hand, place it on my right knee. I'm going to drop my left shoulder onto my left knee. And from here, I will raise my hand up, look up, and then look down. I don't know about you, but I feel tons of neck pain just get squeezed out in this process of looking up and looking down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Come back up slowly. Ooh, that just felt like a fantastic neck massage for myself, and I hope it does for you too. So from here, we just kind of open up the lower back. It's kind of been getting worked, but let's go ahead and make some circles. Leaning forward, leaning to the side, leaning back, leaning to the right. You'll notice the tension kind of locked in the lower back. And once you make it to the front, go ahead and switch the rotation. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get on tabletop position. From here, we'll just do 3 cat-cows. So again, with the cat-cow, we raise the tailbone, drop the stomach, shine the light of our chest forward and look up, and then start with the tailbone again. Tuck the tailbone, arch the spine, drop the neck. So inhale, cow, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. We're going to wag our tail. We've opened up our spine a bit. And from here, we're going to get into downward facing dog. With downward facing dog, it opens up our calf muscles, our hip muscles, our lower back. We place our ears in between our biceps, and we just let our head hang. All that weight that we carry can create a lot of tension. And from here, we switch over to plank pose. Come down into chaturanga, upward facing dog. Even in this pose, there should be no tension on the neck. In the beginning, when I started practicing, I was like, ugh. You want to be relaxed. And come back into downward facing dog. From here, I'm going to take my right foot to the right of my right knee. I'm going to twist my body, look up, raise my hands, look down. From here, make 3 big circles. 1, 2, 3. Go the other circles the other way. 2, 3. Bring my hand down, and from here, I'm going to kind of splay my foot a little bit 30 degrees out. And if you're feeling like you're getting a juicy stretch in your hips here, you're free to hang out here. But if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can rest your forearm onto the ground and let gravity do the work of opening up the hips. And go ahead and let go of the weight of the neck. If you feel like you need to rest, you can rest your left knee onto the ground. But if you're good, you can shift the weight to the right hip, the right hamstring. Come back up on our arms and hop back into downward facing dog. Come back into plank pose. And from here, I'm going to take my left foot to the left of my left hand. From here, I'm going to open up my shoulder, raise my left elbow, look up, look down, look up, look down. Do 3 big circles. 1, 2, 3. And from here, we'll do the other way. 1, 2, and 3. And from here, we'll come into lizard pose again. If you're good here, hang out. And from here, but if you want to go deeper, you can come and sink deeper, placing your arms, your forearms on the ground. And I'm going to let go of the weight of my head. Slowly come back up. I'm going to drop my right knee. Send my left knee back. Kind of wag my tail. And from here, I'm going to widen my knees. And bring my toes together. And from here, I'm going to send my hips back and come into child's pose. We're going to hang out here for a good 3 breaths. Five seconds inhale, 5-second exhale. Slowly push yourself back up. We're going to come back into our original seated position. And I know I promised a yin yoga, but that became a little bit intense, a little generating the heat. But I felt like the thing with yoga is, you come in with a plan, and then you notice that there are parts of the body craving attention, needing opening. And so I realized that to be relieved, the tension in the neck, really start with the lower back, the hips, fire up the core, move upwards slowly, and then start to work on the neck. And I had some stiffness in my neck in the morning, but now it's feeling much better, and I hope it is for you as well too. So let's go ahead and we'll conclude with a scan of our body, taking our awareness inside, starting at the first, kind of making sure that our body is aligned. So straighten the back, broaden the shoulders. Inhale with the nose, exhale with the nose. Inflate the belly, deflate the belly. Take our awareness to the crown of our heads. Continue breathing and slowly come down to the forehead, to the eyebrow. Relieve any tension in the eyebrow, relax the eyebrows. Come down to the eye level, relax the eyes, our temple, our ears. Come down to our sinuses, our cheekbones, our nose. Relax the cheekbones. Come down to the jaw. Relax the jaw. Relax the tongue. Relax our neck. Relax our shoulders. Relax the throat. Do a nice big swallow. Now that we've reached the shoulders, I'll let you fly solo. All the way down to the toes. Imbuing the body with total relaxation. Continuing to breathe. If you find yourself thinking about the past or the future, let those thoughts wash over like the waves of the ocean and come back to the practice. Wherever you left off in your body, come back to it. Once you make it to your toes, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, open the eyes. If you'd like to continue, go ahead and pause the video, continue scanning the body. You can, once you make it to the toes, you can go back up to the crown of the head. Once you make it to the crown of the head, you could keep going up into your roof, into the sky, up into the heavens. It's your choice. But when we aren't thinking about the anxieties of the future and we're not having grief about the past, we are in the present moment. And the present, being in the present, is a key way of cultivating joy, of experiencing life in the moment, and in many cases, an alleviation of physical pain. So a lot of the tension that we hold has to do with the fear about the future, or the anger or grief about the past. And so when we just live in the present moment, we our body relaxes as well. So a lot of the migraine pain that I experienced had to do with the tremendous amount of stress that my body was under. And so if you're feeling it as well, number one, make sure you drink lots of water, make sure you're getting plenty of rest, invest in a pillow that is good for migraine pain, take a cold or lukewarm shower before going to bed, stay away from lights, minimize the sound, and try to move your body the way we did today. Follow this video if you need to in the future. You can come back to my YouTube channel. You can come to my Instagram page. I also have a website, bpharmony.com. I've written a book called The 5 Pillars of Bipolar Recovery: Sleep, Nutrition, Movement, Mindfulness, and Community. This is how I nurtured myself back to a state of stability and good health, and I pray that you are able to do so as well. I've got some pre-recorded classes. You can also work with me one-on-one. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I wish you a good week and continued success in your recovery journey. Thank you.